Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Positive Word of the Week. Every Sunday, we post videos to help inspire and motivate you to take on the day and make it amazing. And today, we'd like to go back to looking at a quote. Actually, not just one quote, but two. The first quote comes from Aristotle, the father of modern sciences. Aristotle, while he got a lot of things wrong, pioneered the method of asking questions, examining things, checking them out that we know as modern science today. And he made a statement about excellence that stands true after millennia. The statement is, we are what we do repeatedly. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. Now, I will admit the first time I heard this statement, it did not motivate me one bit. It didn't. Because I looked at the previous, I think it was about a year at that point. I looked at the previous year and said, I haven't been doing anything. I've been wasting my time. And someone pointed this out to me, that the statement doesn't say you are what you have done repeatedly. The statement is you are what you do repeatedly. And think about that. You are what you do repeatedly. If you aren't happy with the way you've been doing things, you can start today with a brand new pattern. Does that mean you'll be excellent right away? No, it doesn't. But it does give you a pattern to start with to move forward. You are what you do repeatedly. It isn't past tense. It's present and future. You are what you do and will do repeatedly. You have an opportunity to reach the excellence that you have in your mind. You have a dream, you have a goal in your mind, somewhere you want to go, and it's very good you have that. But if you don't feel you can reach it because of where you've been, you've tied your own hands. And that brings me to quote number two. Now, I brought this up in videos before. I brought this up in writings on my blog, even in the book, Finding Your Personal Mission. Now, I will admit I misquoted it in the book. Today, I'm going to give you the actual quote. This comes from Zig Ziglar. He said, anything worth doing is worth doing. Now, we want to put the word well in there. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. And that's 100% true. Anything that is worth doing is worth doing well. But Zig Ziglar puts a different spin on that. And you need to hear that. I needed to hear that. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly until you get it right. You see, there's one thing you need to understand. When you look at where you've been and you think, man, I haven't been excellent, and you start moving forward, you're not going to get it right the first try. You're just not. Especially if the goal is so high that you really want to get there. This is something you really seriously want to do. And you look at it and you think, I really need to be there. And you fail on your first attempt. You will. That's just the way life is. What do? Do you quit? Or do you take heart in the words of Robin Hood from Mel Brooks's movie? I get another shot. Yes, you get another shot. You don't have to be a failure because you messed up. Man, but you just said you are what you do repeatedly. You failed once. You might fail again. But anything worth doing is worth doing poorly until you get it right. You don't have to be a failure. You don't have to see yourself as one. That's a better statement, because you aren't a failure. You don't have to live with that flawed version of yourself in your mind. You are what you do repeatedly. You know this. Let's start doing. But while you're starting this new pattern, also remember this. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly until you get it right. You're going to fall flat on your face. I did. I still am falling flat on my face. But you know what I do? When every time I do, I get up, I ask for help. Yes, you can do that. And I make my next step. And I do it again if I need to. You can do the same thing. You see, there's one part of this that we have not mentioned up to this point of this pattern. You are what you do repeatedly. If what you do repeatedly is try again, then you are expert at trying again. That's resilience. The other day, a very, very close friend of mine, someone I looked up to, Robert Garcia. As a matter of fact, we call him the warrior strategist. I'm going to put his information in the link in a link in the description box below. Robert Garcia said that I am one of the most resilient people he's ever met. That floored me because I didn't see myself that way. But that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been getting up and getting knocked back down and getting up and getting knocked back down so many times that resiliency is exactly what I've been showing. Do I feel like a success? Actually, no, I don't. If you want the honest to goodness truth about it, no, I don't. But you don't have to feel like a success to demonstrate that life will not knock you down so hard that you can't get back up. Sometimes you're going to need help. Sometimes I need help. It's being human. But you can do this, remember. If you'd like any more information about this and other topics I've covered in the positive word of the week, please check out Finding Your Personal Mission. You will be glad you did. Get a copy for yourself, get a copy for a friend, anyone that could use an encouraging word. Also, like this video, subscribe, it helps more than you know, and share this video with someone who could use some encouraging words and to understand that you are what you do repeatedly. And that includes trying again.